Morning to you all out there and welcome to another one of my videos. And we're down at Shoreham East Arm here. Doesn't open for another hour and 15, so we're just going to fish into the bay. Tide's coming in. Got Andy behind me, Ross over there, and I've got Dave, another subscriber, who's turning up in an hour or so. Keeping it simple, story of my life here. Size 2s, got one down, some little floats on it, fishing common blow lug. This one here, little float on it, sand where I'm fishing onto, so maybe plaice. But Captain Pillock here thought, you know what, we're fishing the wall, it'll be open, I don't need a rod stand, so I left it behind at home. What a pillock. But fortunately, Ross carries a spare one, so he's very kindly walked all the way back to the car to get it for me, which is really good of him, I have to say. So I'm going to batch this out. I'm going to fish one rod, I'll fish two up on the wall and see how we get on. So I'll come back to you shortly. Now, I would think here is quite shallow, given it's a very gently sloping sandy bit, but don't know, there should be flatfish out there. Now, a few of you out there will have figured or wondered why I'm walking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I've done something to my back last week when I was down the allotment. And in true old stubborn bloke style, my wife says, you need to go and see someone, but I resent paying 45 quid for somebody to sit me down for 20 minutes and do stuff to me that makes me worse. So I've taken ibuprofen and nothing was going to stop me fishing today. I'm ripping up towards 700 subscribers, so thanks to all of you out there. It's really, 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 really appreciated. Beautiful view. Not too breezy down here. But I had a bit of an argument with my wife last night over, you wouldn't believe this, over kale. How stupid is that? But she cooked enough to feed a school. And she had the saucepan here and the plate there, and she's like walking across the plate, it's going everywhere, and I'm a little obsessional and a bit kind of, I like everything in straight lines. Something wrong with me, I think. Anyway, I gently mentioned it to her, and she took exception and got really grumpy. And said, who's cooked it? Fair point. So I backed off, but she did tell me to FOF, whatever that was, and I'm thinking, what does she mean by that? Very unlike my wife to use swear words. She wouldn't use language like that. But then I thought what she meant was focus on fishing. So I've taken her advice and I've come down here. But I need a coffee to get my face kind of stretched back over my head. 3:30 was a bit of an early start today. Maybe should have left it a little bit later and then we could have just walked straight onto the wall. But Ross has got two rods. If it's any good here, we might stay here. But the beach goes up like a mountain. They've been tipping loads of shingle up here. Right, coffee time. So you'll notice the venue's changed. Gates now open. We've come off the beach. We've trudged down here. Next time I do that, I'm not going to bother fishing the beach. It nearly killed me clambering up that ruddy mountain that is the beach. But we fished for an hour down there. We had a few little knocks, but nothing particularly. I've got Andy and Ross fishing the end of the wall. I'm fishing out this way. Dave's behind me. Dave's a subscriber from Folkestone. He very kindly took me out several weeks ago and I'm reciprocating, so he's come down to visit us a bit further south. Took him a couple of hours to get down here, but really good to be fishing with all these blokes. What we might catch, I really don't know. If anyone's going to catch fish, it's probably the others and not me, the way my fishing has gone. I've got a scratching rig on this and a big bluey squid bait out on this. Who knows? fingers, toes, arms, legs crossed. See what we get. Bit breezy, but not as bad as it has been here in the past when we've been down here, and hopefully we won't get any rain today. And we're the only ones down here. Tide, another 2.5 hours in, then out. So we're going to fish it in and obviously out, and we'll be here till late afternoon is the plan. But we just need some fish. Let's see what happens.
What are you doing? Is that
What, here?
Yes, have you got like footage? Have you got like...
Yeah, I'll show you. Look.
I left my fishing rod at home, but I keep meaning to start bringing it down.
Right, I've asked Dave just to show a few of you out there if you want to know how to put on a bigger bait. Now, we've all got different styles, but Dave's been doing it a wee while, so over to Dave.
I've got my bluey, got my sand eel, and I'm going to do a bluey sand eel wrap. First off, I'll cut the head off the bluey, like that, and then I'll measure the length of the sand eel I'm going to use, and then cut the bluey through again. And most people would fillet it, but I don't. I cut it through that way, because what that does is both sections of this now have got both the gut and a bit of flesh in it.
Okay.
This I find is very, very good for rays. They seem to go for the extra scent that's there. I'm going to use the belly part for this, and then with the sand eel, I'll take the sand eel, I'll do what everyone else does, cuts the tail off, cut the head off so we can get the juices flowing. Always remember when you're using a sand eel to make sure it's frozen when you prepare it. Light whip just to begin with, just to get the bait wrapped how I want it. Then I'll get my hook.
Okay.
And I'll put it beside it then after I've done my whipping. I'm still on the...
So you whip the line on as well as the...
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I gotcha. So effectively we've got a bit of bluey cut in two, you've used the belly bit, you've taken a sand eel, cut the head, cut the tail off, whipped the two together, laid the hook on, and then whipped the line and the hook.
Yeah, whip it all into place. So you've got one hook protruding now. I don't know if they'll be
So
able to see that.
yeah, so on the bait needle, at the end of it, the hook's just hooking over the end.
That's it. Because all you do now is you just remove that and the whole lot
Comes right off the
comes right
needle,
off.
and there you go. So
And there you go. You've got one hook
sticking out.
that end all sticking out nicely. Then you get your second hook if you're using pennel, bring it down,
Whip it around a couple
whip
of
it around
times,
a couple of times,
tuck it in the top,
tuck it in the top of sand
pull
eel,
tight.
and there you go.
Juicy, bloody, oozy loveliness
Yeah.
if you're a big fish of some variety.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
And fingers crossed.
All right, thanks for that, Dave.
You're welcome.
Right, Dave has reeled in something heavy. Is it a crab? Is it a fish? Is it weed? Hey! Now, what's going on? What is happening? That is not right. What's happening? This is ridiculous. Go on, show the people out there. Look at that. So you've got
Plaice and a bass.
a nice schoolie and
A plaice.
a little itty bitty plaice.
Yeah.
How cool's that? Well deserved, chap. Well
Thank you.
deserved.
Thank you.
What's going on? I want fish. What is happening?
Further out.
Yeah, well done.
Further out.
Now, in true fisherman style, there was a bit of a surge of people changing to blingy end tackle after Dave had caught those couple of fish. But Dave's caught fish, Andy's caught fish, and my theory is that they are earlier in the alphabet than me and Ross. But I can't tell you how galling it is. And I'm the one doing the filming about fish. What's all that about? And I can smell cigarette smoke, and I used to be a smoker, and I cannot tell you how nice it smells. Yeah. But I gave up quite a few years ago now, and it's always sort of still in you that you could go back to smoking. But I'll have a Mars bar instead, and a cup of coffee, I think. Now, Ross, do you want to bring that up here, chat? What is going on? They're all catching fish. I'm not. What is happening? That's a decent sized mackerel there, fellow.
Really good sized mackerel.
Yeah. No, well done. And what you got on the bottom one?
It's a little plaice.
Itty bitty plaice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Shows the mackerel are out there.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to get a bit more mackerel.
I think you need to give me lessons, Ross. I think that's the way forward now. Yeah.
I'll let you know in a minute.
Well done. So, what sort of week have you all had out there? I hope you had a calm week. What sort of week have I had? Well, work's been calm. Everything else in my life's been calm, except for toast. And on a Friday, I buy a fresh loaf of bread, and then I treat myself to slices of toast. But I get it really early in the morning, because I know mother-in-law gets up at about 7:20, and then is in the kitchen doing and whatevering. So I went off, got bread, came back, sliced toast, mother-in-law still in bed, plan going, make coffee, take coffee to the sitting room, toast in toaster, switch on toaster, doesn't work, plugs are all switched off, switch on plugs because mother-in-law's got this obsession about plugs, push down toaster, go to sitting room, couple of sips, should be ready, think that's odd, I can smell burning. Back to toaster, toaster on fire almost, black smoke coming out of it. Well, what's all going on? It should be on 3, look at toaster setting, on 5. Burn fingers, throw toast away, cut more toast. Mother-in-law gets up. I think, right, I'll drink coffee, I'll let her do whatever she's got to do. I'll put the toast on because it can go down, it can sort of partly cook, pop up, still hot in there, go all crispy and lovely. Anyway, I do that. I think that plan will work. I put toast on, I say to her, I'm leaving the toast, don't worry about it, don't go near it, I will be back. I go away, 3 minutes later, mother-in-law, Paul, what? Your toast is burning. It can't be burning, it's burning. Back to toaster, check toaster, toaster has been turned up. What are you doing? You've turned it up, why are you turning it up? Well, your toast won't cook. It's not cooking, it's incinerated. Well, there's no need to be like that. Anyway, I thought, right, I will give up. So I just cut some white bread, put butter on it, put the marmalade, took white bread, untoasted, to sitting room, ate white bread with marmalade, drunk coffee, calmed down. That was one of the many things over the last few days in my house. But yeah, the joys of living with an older lady who unfortunately has got a few memory issues. You can't help it, I have to say. So I have to sort of step away from it and be reasonable and be understanding. And she's fortunate that she's got her daughter and me looking after her, because she'd get in a right old 2 and 8 otherwise. But it can be challenging on occasions, and I've got a very impatient nature, and it does get the better of me. And I don't mean it to, but it does. A few people turning up fishing now, and all fishing sort of this way. It has to hold fish, but I've never done really well fishing that direction. But we'll see. What's the time? 12:30, so we'll stay here till 5. See how we get on. Neil's joined us. Neil's the chap who took me out on his boat, so he's been down here a couple of times now. We've lent him a rod, so he's having a go at feathering. And I really like him, he's a nice chap, so he's having a natter with the other boys down there. Weather's nice now. Nice breeze, bit sunny, t-shirt weather. It's really cool. Right, let's go and check rods.
This thing about stickers. See, I thought, watching all these people on bloody YouTube with all these stickers on their box, I thought, what do they want all bloody stickers on their box for? And she bloody put it on my sandwich box one day, didn't she? When I went out with Paul. She was trying to be funny.
You have to be hot in that
No, I'm
sweat
not at all.
box that you're wearing.
I'm not at all.
No?
I'm perfect, just perfect.
It's, yeah. Well, all of the people out there know Ross. Ross does not like rain. Another subscriber has turned up, which is really cool. Well, I'm meant to catch fish. I've invited him. I've brought him along. He's a friend of mine who comes from time to time, but dissolves in the rain.
I'm here today.
And he very kindly painted me a picture, which he presented me with this morning. Yeah, which is really, really charming of him. So, I know you, obviously.
Of course you know me.
Well, I do. And this gentleman is Terry.
That's it, yeah.
Yes,
Thanks
see?
for the comment the other week.
No. My pleasure, chap. My pleasure. It's nice of you to watch.
17 years not fishing. I actually went fishing last week.
Did you?
Over there.
How'd you get on?
Well, I went lure fishing, and I did catch a red mullet, but not red mullet. Sorry, a red gurnard.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's nice to go though.
Oh, well, are you going to go again?
Yeah, I've got my rod sorted. I've fixed the eyes that were broken. I'm all ready to go now. So yeah.
And you're near this neck of the woods, aren't
Well, we're
you?
actually in Worthing, but yeah, this is like
Yeah.
not far from
So
us,
if we're down here again, if you look at any of the posts or any of the messages that come out, I always say generally where I'm
Where
going
you're gonna
to be. You're welcome to join us.
Well, that's
though.
one of the things that I found interesting is that you're going to places that I can go to.
Contact.
The biggest fisherman that I know that doesn't go fishing.
TB.
Yeah. Because he always used to everything, oh, it'd be lovely to go fishing today. And it's like, in the whole time that I've known him, we've been once mackerel fishing
Yeah.
a long time ago, and then you went the other day.
Well, you're a shit pilot, aren't you?
No.
Woof. No.
It's not. No.
No.
What I would say is, it's a signal problem.
Ah, right.
Not the pilot
The old
problem. It's
signal
not- it's not
problem.
the pilot.
Yeah. Whoa.
I think that might be a bite.
Is there anything on there?
I don't know. Feels like heavy.
It's a small child.
Yes, there's a fish.
No, there isn't a fish, is there?
You can't see
Yeah,
it.
there's
Oh, bloody
mackerel.
hell.
Oh, fuck mackerel.
The blank has been saved. Thank God. But I can't just take a single mackerel back because that would be stupid. So, you, mackerel, although, I don't know, I think I'm going to give you your freedom, chat. Yeah, I'm going to give you your freedom. Come on, mackerel. Freedom! So this young man, you watch me, chap. So what's your name? Lenny. And how long have you been fishing for, Lenny?
I've only started probably about 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, bloody
I
hell.
was fishing like for a few years just straight. But yeah.
No, well, it's cool of you to watch my films. That's, yeah, it's really appreciated. Because
It's funny because you come up with comical
well, it's true life, chap. As you get older, trust me,
yeah.
crap like that does happen. And I'm a little impatient sometimes, but I'm not the most, brilliant a fisherman. I kind of really enjoy fishing, and one of the reasons I enjoy it is it brings you out in nice places like
Yeah,
this.
keeps us out of trouble and all that.
Well, exactly that, fellows.
6 quid on or something.
So how old are you then?
I'm 13.
13.
I'm
And
14.
what's your name?
Liam.
Liam.
Yeah.
That's a good name. And you're brand spanking new to fishing,
I
aren't
am,
you?
Yeah. I am. And his first cast he caught a sole.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Literally just up there yesterday.
Oh,
where the other
goodness.
woods are. Yeah.
How cool's that, chap?
Yeah, I was well happy. So.
No, that's really, really good. I mean, the thing is with fishing, you just got to persevere. And as you've probably seen, I go out every week in all weathers.
Yeah.
Some days we're lucky. I generally get beaten by Andy, who's with me today.
Oh That's like your best mate, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always see you.
No, and he's a really good fisherman. That's all he ever
I
seen.
I see you here. I was just looking at your video. I was like, he ain't over here now. I think he's all the way over there.
No, no. Well, I've had several people come down here today, which has been really nice. But I need to catch more fish, otherwise my video today is going to be crap. It's going to be the idiot fishing.
Still post it though, because it's funny.
Well, I'm going to, and it's you. If you don't mind, chaps, do you mind? You will see yourselves on YouTube.
Oh, I don't mind at all. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
It'd be awesome. You'd like that, would you?
Yeah, I'd love it.
Then it's good to meet you, chaps.
Yeah, you
I
too.
will let you get on fishing.
Yeah.
And when I come down here again, chaps, you're always welcome if you want a few hints to come down and fish with some of us, and we can maybe help you out.
Thank you.
But nice to
I
meet you.
appreciate it, man.
No,
We're probably going to come to Monday as well.
keeps you off the streets, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keeps you out of
Used to be
mischief.
little shits, to be totally honest
Well,
with
I
you.
was a little shit
we
when
was
I
like
was your
10,
age.
yeah.
Trust
Now
me.
We've just so much like we've immature.
I got slung out of school when I was 16,
Yeah.
and I was a little shit.
I ain't allowed it.
But fortunately, I had an uncle who got me into fishing, and that was the kind of saving of me, I have to say.
Yeah.
I became obsessionate about it.
Yeah.
But enjoy your evening,
It's
chaps.
a really good way to just enjoy yourself and get people off the streets. And you shouldn't
Well, I
have to
think
pay
they
for it and everything
kind
like
of
that, yeah.
keep this as maintenance, but for young people, maybe they should kind of give you a bit of a dispensation, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
but you're right, chap. It does keep you off the streets. Anyway, look after yourselves.
appreciate it, man.
Nice
Good
to
luck
meet you.
with it.
Cheers. Cheers, fellow. So we're going to make a change, chaps. You are going to finish my video for me today, given that you are very new to fishing and you are very new to fishing.
Yeah.
And it's really cheered my day up, I have to say, to see the two of you out fishing, because you are the fishermen of the future. So if you want to just say to all those lovely people who are watching, thanks for watching, have a lovely evening, and cheers from each of you. So you go first, chap.
Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
That's perfect, fellows. You have a lovely evening.
I really
too, mate.
appreciate
Yeah.
it, mate. I
No,
really appreciate it.
no, it's been
Hopefully
great.
I'll see you in the future.
Yeah, it's been great meeting you.
Cheers, mate.
You take it easy, fellows. How cool's that? Fishermen of the future. Yeah, I crapped up again today, didn't I? I got royally beaten, got royally arse kicked by Dave, Ross and Andy, but had a really great day. So as ever, thanks for watching, take care and look after yourselves. I'll see you on the next one.